Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show. I'm here to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. We come back and beat the Philadelphia Eagles 24-21. There are wins, and then there are ways. And there are wins a certain way. The Eagles just got shut out. We shut them out in the second half. That'll make the Philadelphia media even more unbearable during the week. Giving up 24 unanswered points and then getting shut out. I don't think this defense is elite by any means, but I think this defense is much more improved than it was early in the season. They waived Kyrie Elam. They got Siobhan Rebel Jr. back. Deron Bland has played okay. He's been better in recent weeks after that Cardinals game. And the pass rush wasn't that great today, because obviously the Eagles' offensive line is better than the Raiders, but they got a huge sack by Odighizuwa, 3rd and 2, because Cowboys had some fumbles they didn't capitalize on, but it's 3rd and 2, and also Odighizuwa got the sack there on 3rd and 2, and then the Cowboys completed a big slant to George Pickens, and that ultimately set up the game-winning field goal. But the way they won, scoring 24 points unanswered, is incredible. But they have to get right back up for the Chiefs, because they play the Chiefs on Thursday. They're beatable. They're a beatable team. I mean, this ain't like the old Chiefs. The final 6 weeks is shaping up to be good, man. Hopefully they can put themselves in position. Because today was really positive. They went down 21-0 early. I'm like, it's going to get ugly. But tale of two halves, man. The Eagles blew their biggest lead in 26 years and tied second biggest in Eagles history of 21 points. The reception yards after the Eagles took that 21-0 lead, George Pickens 133, Eagles 132. The defense played a lot better, and Dak Prescott also became the Cowboys' all-time passing leader on the day the team overcame a 21-point deficit. Just incredible, man. Incredible win. Like I said, once they got in 21-0, I was kind of lost hope. But once they got to 21-14, I'm like, okay, we can go and still have a shot to win this. And it's a small sample size, but 2 games in since that trading deadline, headlined by Quentin Williams, the Cowboys' run defense has allowed 30 carries for 90 rushing yards. Just one of those 30 runs have gone for 10-plus yards. They're not giving up just these big runs like they have. And I think they made a good move. Jahmyr Gibbs in 2 weeks will be a huge test to see where they're at. But Quentin Williams has been a great run stuffer. The Cowboys look really damn good against the run. The Eagles haven't run the ball great. I get it, but the Cowboys' run defense haven't really looked good against anybody until these last 2 games. For the most part. Yeah, but the defense, man, was clutch. And the Eagles kind of hurt themselves with penalties. They had a drive where it was 21-14, I believe, and they missed the field goal right there. Some penalties hurt that drive, and they barely missed it. But their last 8 times they touched the ball was a fumbled punt, was a punt, end of half, punt, missed field goal, fumbled punt, and then they got sacked, which ended their drive. So, great job by the defense, man. Kevin Patullo, they had a good, their offense looked good the first 2 or 3 drives, and after that, I don't know what happened to their offense the rest of the game. I think Cowboys probably made some good adjustments, but the Eagles' offense, I don't know what happened after the early second quarter. They just couldn't do nothing offensively. Even when they did, they were getting penalties and were fumbling and missing a field goal, which was because of penalties, which made it a 56-yarder. Dak, besides that interception in the end zone, I thought he played a really damn good game. 2 passing touchdowns, 300-something yards. A rushing touchdown where he flied into the end zone. George Pickens, he's unreal, man. He mossed, who was it? Cooper DeSheen. And he was just cooking the Eagles all day. George Pickens has already got, 1,000 yards this year? The guy has been phenomenal. And he has an actual QB to throw to him, but he's a damn good talent, and we trade only a 3rd-round pick for this guy, man. Unreal how good he's been. They better pay him, because CD's been dropping a lot of passes, and he didn't have a good game today. Against the Eagles, he can't catch, apparently. George Pickens has really emerged as receiver one for this team. But I'll go over the negatives early. Like, there were some negatives for sure. Donovan Wilson had some bad, I wouldn't even say effort early. I don't think it's effort. He's just kind of slow. I don't think it's really just awful effort. I just think he's kind of slow. It looks like he's running in quicksand. He's just slow. Leah foul, whiffed on that Hurts touchdown run. So, there were some bad things early. Devontae Turpin running and he fumbled. Didn't even get hit or anything. He just slipped and lost the ball. I'm kind of done with seeing him on offense. It's not really worth it. Giving him carries, kind of don't want to see that, honestly. But he did have a nice catch where he used his speedy like 30 or 40 yards. What is happening? Oh, this stupid shit. But, yeah, man, and they battled back, which was very impressive. George Pickens really leading the way offensively, and Dakota Prescott really leading the way, battled back, and the defense, man, got like 7 or 8 straight stops. The one they didn't get was because of a roughing the punter, so they done a good job. I feel like they found something defensively. Don't take me out of context. I'm not saying they're elite, but I think they are definitely improved from where they were early in the season. It also helps they waived Kyer Elam as well. Get him off the team. I think he was their worst corner, honestly. And just early, just dumb stuff, man. You have a false start on 2nd and goal. That led to an interception. Just some stupid stuff, I thought. With 11 minutes in the second quarter, you're down 21-0. Just doing dumb things. Clowney's offside on the 3rd down, which would have been stopped. The questionable penalty on Flournoy on the punt, I thought was he kind of deflected it. Maybe could have challenged that. Just some dumb stuff early on. So, it wasn't a perfect game. Turpin fumbles. I'm kind of just done with him. They're done with them trying to do those design receiver runs. And then they just couldn't get out of their own way. 2nd and 1 to a punt. That was kind of like abandoning the running game because just wasn't getting enough to make it worth it. But then they still had some good runs, Malik Davis had a good run. Javonte Williams had some good runs. But those were the negatives early on. The blown roughing the kicker call, offsides on 3rd down stop, the fumble, Turpin basically not hit, not caused, just hasn't been productive all season long. All he does is jump to catch passes and drop them and then fumbles. He'll make a catch every once in a while, but we need CeeDee Lamb to start to show because he dropped way too many passes. But the offense and defense could not have had worse starts. But then they showed up. So proud of them for, stepping up, making an effort. And it's a small sample size, but they've looked a lot better defensively. It was an awful start, but damn it, I'm proud of how they fought back and ended up winning this damn game. And Aubrey, he missed that 51, 52-yard field goal, but he drills the 42-yarder to win the game. But George Pickens definitely gets the game ball. I think he had 9 targets, and he caught every single pass. Feels like no matter what you throw to him, he's going to catch it. Or I think he had 10 targets, 9 catches. There was one he didn't catch. But other than that, he was phenomenal. Saquon Barkley had 22 rushing yards in a game where Philadelphia never trailed until triple zeros. That's how good. And Overshown swallowed him up on several plays. Overshown was damn good. It's good. That's why it's good to have him back. So he'll wrap him up, wrap those running backs up or whatever, and make those tackles. The Cowboys defense, just one of the wildest Cowboys wins in my lifetime. And George, the defense, gets the 8 straight stops to end the game, which was really impressive. But George Pickens really stepped up. Remember, people were negative. Marcus Mosher were negative about the George Pickens trade. I love the George Pickens trade when it happened. I love it even more. The defense deserves their credit. So does George Pickens and Dak. And George Pickens has really stepped up really in every close game like this. So yeah, just a really good win, man. Let's go over the stats. Dak, 23 of 36, 354, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Besides that 1 interception, I thought Dak had a pretty good game. There was one other pass that got dropped that could have been picked. But other than that, I thought he had a pretty good day. Javonte Williams, 20 runs, 87 yards, 4.3 a carry. At times the running game wasn't working, but there was times where it was. Malik Davis, 3 runs, 24 yards, 8 a carry. Dak Prescott had a rushing touchdown. So he had 3 total touchdowns on the day. George Pickens, 9 catches, 146 yards, 1 touchdown. He already has now 1,000 yards this year. He's going to get fucking paid in the offseason, man. We got to pay him. CD, 4 catches, 75 yards. Should have had more. It's just he had like 11 targets. Just so many drops, man. Against the Eagles, he just can't catch, apparently. Ferguson, 5 catches, 60 yards. Turpin, 1 catch, 48 yards. He had a 48-yard reception where he just used his speed. Williams, 2 catches, 14 yards. Lupke, 1 catch, 7 yards. How about Brevin Spann-Ford? 1 catch, 4 yards, and a touchdown by the third-string tight end. How about that? Defensively, you had 1 sack from Odighizuwa. That was the only sack they had. They had like 12 or 13 pressures as a team. Sam Williams had a forced fumble. They also had another forced fumble on the special teams. Aubrey, 1 of 2 on field goals. He missed the first one, but he made the second one to win the game. Cowboys improved to 5-5-1 for the Eagles. Hurts, 27 of 39, 289, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. He had 2 rushing touchdowns. Well, the first one was legit. Second one was a tush push. 7 for 33, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Barkley, 10 runs, 22 yards. Bixby, 1 catch, 8 yards. They done a very good job run defense, man. A.J. Brown, 8 catches, 110 and a touchdown. He had a bunch of catches early. Then after that, he only had like 1 or 2 more. Devontae Smith, 6 catches, 89 yards. Barkley, 7 catches, 52 yards. Goddard, 2 catches for 20 yards. Cooper DeJean had a forced fumble but went out of bounds. Blankenship had an interception, 1 sack from Nakobe Dean. And Jake Elliott 0 for 1 on field goals. And the Eagles dropped to 8-3. Let's go quarter by quarter. Eagles had 14 in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter, 9 in the third quarter, 9 in the fourth quarter. Cowboys had 0 in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter, 7 in the third quarter, and 10 in the fourth quarter. Let's go over team stats. Cowboys had 473 total yards, 348 passing, 125 rushing, 7 yards a play, 25 first downs, 5 for 12 on third down, 0 for 2 on fourth down. 68 total plays, 1 sack allowed, 3 punts, 8 penalties for 69 yards, 1 fumble, 1 interception. 29 minutes of time of possession for the Eagles, 339 total, 276 passing, only 63 rushing, 5 yards of play, 19 first downs, 5 for 12 on third down, 0 for 0 on fourth down, 58 total plays, 1 sack allowed, 5 punts. Had 14 penalties for 96 yards. The penalties didn't help. They also lost 2 fumbles there in the fourth quarter. No interceptions, 30 minutes of time of possession. So, but yeah, very good win, man, for the Cowboys, 24-21. They have a quick turnaround. They play the Kansas City Chiefs Thursday at 4:30 on Thanksgiving. So, got a quick turnaround. So they play the Chiefs, who were beatable. So, that was a fun game to watch, man. The early portion wasn't fun to watch, but as the game went along, it got more and more fun to watch. But George really stepped up. So, defense was good. Offense balled out after the early struggles. Outscored them 24-0 to end the game, man. So yeah, that's all to say. A very good win, man. I'm really excited. That's why I was calling. I was just so hyped after the win, just celebrate, and then come on here after I got done doing that. But yeah, man, 24-21. The Eagles' play calling wasn't too great. Kevin Patullo used all of his good plays at the start, 21-0, and then after that, it just kind of went to shit. I mean, it's kind of on Kevin Patullo, the offensive line, but I don't know, man. Kevin Patullo might be the worst offensive coordinator the Eagles have hired. They got conservative, and it kind of cost them. But first 1 to 3 drives in the Eagles game starts off good, and after that goes to shit. But yeah, Cowboys win 24-21 comeback. I'll see you Thursday for the Thanksgiving against the Chiefs. Peace. Or leave a like, come subscribe for more. Peace.